Yeah.
Vainglorious Vanguard.
Knowledge born.
Yeah.
United front.
Tell it.
What you want.
To the Knowledge Radio.
We in here. What you got? Dot.
Work hard as a slave to one day be your savior. The wave unwavering. This is a labor of love. Rise with a purpose every day. Invigorated. If we were on TV, we'd be 10 times syndicated. If we waited for validation, a paycheck or accolades, we'd be starved, already lost or ran away. But when your square solid and your circle too, you don't need a place for silence. The concept is conquered through media, not areas of people activity. A mix that don't lose ethnicity, tightness that don't lose elasticity. Explicitly, this isn't where we give the novice regard. Nah, this is where knowledge is born. Last time that I checked, I'm undefeated. Deliver edicts, can't resist when the gods build and manifest freedom. When lines get crossed, they may push a loss, cause they get handed a check. We kick a can and cancel your cancerous gestures. A prophet vision, precision, the prescription for the sickness is to inoculate your fate with the winning. Arrogant beginnings turn to humble endings. And US with KBA is a win-win. 1K.
Black love, black unity, black power, black family. It's your brother knowledgebornallah here, broadcasting live on Do Knowledge Radio, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We're here on day 8, 100 Days of Motivation Challenge to challenge the current schema that we're operating in. Challenge the spaces and places that we're operating from, and provide a positive outlook or some motivation towards some positive mental activity, which will manifest in the physical world as positive interactions amongst our people. Excited. Day 8. 92 more days to go, and I'm invigorated. Definitely thankful for the support that I received thus far along this path, and look forward to those brothers and sisters that continue to join in this coalition. Hashtag challenge accepted, and working on our future. This happens by our design. We are the grand architects of our universe. So this begins with today's theme of making a difference. Make a difference. So a difference becomes important when the recognition of something not in alignment without the goals, the aims, the objectives for self and for the collective self that exists. Sometimes we look to just be different. You might see on social media this "we are not the same" kind of mind frame that's being pushed. I do this, you do that, we're not the same. That's interesting. As a people, we are one people who descend from one people, who descend from one people, who descend from our Creator. So our ancestral lineage begins on earth and returns back into the essence of the Creator. So we are the same. But we look to be different. We look to be something set apart instead of making a difference. That's a different space to operate in. So when you look at how difference is defined, In this plural noun state, it says a point or way in which people or things are not the same. And it also states the state or condition of being dissimilar or unlike. How you move, how you align, and how those movements and those alignments are taken and the results of them determines the difference. I like the mathematical definition. It says a quantity by which amounts differ. Then it gets deeper. It says the remainder left after subtraction of one value from another. The remainder. So that means that we may all start off on a journey together, but the quantity of the amounts differ depending on what befalls us or what is beset on our path that becomes the determining factor of who will be the remainder. So you might have started off on a venture, you might have started off on a pathway or a goal with a group of people. Y'all might have got together for one common cause and said, we're going to do this. And as these things begin to unfold, what it takes, when you start to unveil what kind of sweat equity, what kind of sacrifice, what has to go into this process, therein you find the difference between one and another. So in that process, we are looking at the quantity by which amounts differ. If you're prepared to do these things and the people that are around you aren't prepared to do those things, that's the difference. And in making a difference, the sacrifice, the pure pain and bloodshed that comes along with it may be too great for some people who initially thought that this particular thing was something that they could embark on, or invest in wholeheartedly. You thank them for the revelation. You thank them for being that other part on the side of the equation that makes the answer true. So we started off with 15, and 8 people decided that this wasn't for them. You thank the 8 people for the 7 people who remained. We started off together on this journey. We came together for this common cause. 15 of us sought after this as a goal, as an aim, as an objective, and 8 people decided after further review, this is something they couldn't embark on. So we're thankful for them for being the difference maker. So now we can see clearly that it's really only 7 of us. So we have to do the work of 15 people with 7. That requires sacrifice. That requires some extra effort. So when the finished product comes around, you can relish in the fact that you did the work that was designed for this many people, but you did not allow that to hinder your progress, your growth, your development, and you saw what 7 people could do in the place of those who departed early. We're thankful for that. We're thankful for that. So in the process of making a difference, let's go to making, because we get to making a difference. The process of making or producing something. So in that process, you'll see the difference. In that process of making, in that process of creating, let's look at the second definition. It says essential qualities or ingredients needed for making something. You may not know what all of these ingredients are, but once you get to this process of making, you are going to find out exactly what it takes, who it takes, when it takes, how it takes, those essential qualities or ingredients that are needed for something to be made. So in the process of making a difference, in the process of wanting to make a difference, you discover things in you and those who embark on this journey with you exactly who and what they're made of, exactly who and what they're made for. So because someone may not be made for this particular task, there's another task that exists that they are supposed to be made for. In this situation, you may discover that. You may uncover that. For me, in the process of building my platform, I learned some things that I didn't think were in me, that the process of making a difference, being dedicated to making a difference, being dedicated to the celebration of our people, those essential qualities or ingredients needed for making something. I had a renewed understanding of what making a difference was. I started off with people. They were there with me at the beginning. They were there with me at the beginning, but they're not here now. So I don't look at that as a negative thing. I look at that as a necessary thing in order for me to get started. Those people who were there with you at the beginning gave you what was necessary for you to get started. Now, along the pathway, the difference maker becomes what else comes along. What are those other essential qualities or ingredients that's necessary? And that may come from someone else. So someone may have started off with this journey, and you can change that negative into a positive by thanking them for that process to get the thing started. They're not necessarily there to get the thing done. They're just there to get the thing started. And then when times get turbulent in the middle, there's somebody or some bodies that come along in that interim to push it out of that space that it's in. And they're necessary for that point. But they're not all necessary for the finished part. This is why difference in this mathematical equation is necessary. So as I said, if you started off with 15 people and 8 people said, I'm good, those 7 people that it's going to take to get it done from start to finish will be revealed. Now, who is to say, even along that process, that a few people, as you get closer to the goal, decided this is not for them also. So let's look at that equation. Let's say, okay, we started off with 15 people. 8 people said, nah, I'm good. We're dealing with 7 people. We're rolling with them 7 people that are strong. They're doing the work that it would take for 15 people to go. And in that process, 2 people right before the end was like, you know what? This is too much work. I don't really see this going in the way that we envisioned or what we discussed. You know, the other people left and all of that. So now you have to deal with 2 people being gone, and then those that are left, those 5 people that are left, that are necessary for the end goal. This is how you move. Will that change you? Will that make you different? Or will you still continue to focus on the difference? You're here to make a difference. We are here to make a difference. We are here to impact yesterday, today, and tomorrow with the empowerment of now, empowering the now. We are difference in the making, and we are making a difference. Who will be made different because of your existence? When will be made different because of your existence? How will be made different because of your existence? Where will be made different because of your existence? Who, what, when, where, how, and why? Those 5 questions that you can ask yourself in regards to what your difference maker is. Your existence. Your existence. And the reason why you're here, the lesson that you're here to learn. All of these are part of that shift in the universe because of your existence. One person can make a difference. So our collective one person is making a difference. Whether it's positive or negative, it's a difference. We have to look at that process and imbue that collective mind with the task and the mission of making a difference that is positive and not to the detriment of our collective self. So let's be about the process of producing or making something that is beneficial for our yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Now, that difference that our ancestors are longing for, that we agreed to come and do, this task that we signed up for, this difference. And let's not allow a disagreement, a quarrel, or dispute, or the state or condition of being dissimilar or unlike to erode us on this path to reaching our goals, our aims, and objectives. Indiscriminate to how many come in the quantity, we remain steadfast. We will be amongst the remainder. Left after subtraction of one value from another. One value from another. Not one in a space that is not valued in the same space as another, but one value from another. Our goal, our aim, our objective is to make a difference. Our goal, our aim, and objective is to be remembered for not allowing what befell us on the planet, our experiences, to defer us from our path, our goal, our aim, and objective of making a difference. This place will be different because of our existence, because of the gifts, the talents, the skills, the set ability, and our implementation strategy of those gifts, those talents, that set ability on the planet. So our people, from our ancestral lineage all the way back to the divine, and from the divine all the way back through our ancestral lineage to our future, is affected by this difference that we make. So, it's your brother knowledgebornallah, 100 Days of Motivation, day number 8. And let's continue on that path of making a difference. Make every step, every thought, every word, every deed that we do be in that step and in alignment with our goals, our aims, and objectives, and making a difference. We are making a difference. That collective I am making a difference. Empower that I am. I am making a difference. I am because we are. This is how you renew your commitment daily to those who came before you and those who will come after you. I am. So let's empower ourselves with the I am, and let's continue on this collective towards making a difference. A difference that is beneficial to those who came before us, those who are with us, and those who will come after us. So, see y'all tomorrow, day 9. Your brother knowledgebornallah, do Knowledge Radio. Let's continue to make a difference. www.youtube.com/do the Knowledge Radio. That's DOTHAKNOWLEDGERADIO. Peace, y'all.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. That in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm an African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get
And
back
that
to the
motive
gritty
is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.